Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and geocachers of all ages. If there are any of you at the back who do not hear me, please do not raise your hands, because I am also nearsighted. Well, strange things are afoot at the movies. Actually, strange things have been afoot all over the whole world recently. Don't you think it's amazing that 100 of us had breakfast together, and we all pretty much ordered the same thing? Welcome to Bill and Ted's excellent 20-year celebration. Finally. Hello. My name is Rufus, and I will be your guide as we look back over the last 20 years of geocaching. Hang on to your seats, and here we go. The year is 2000, and somewhere out there, someone flipped the big blue switch. There was no flash of light or roar of thunder, just a small murmur from the crowd. Suddenly, the whole world now had access to receive global positioning data from satellites in outer space.
Snorting out craziness.
We find ourselves here in Beaver Creek, Oregon, and the date is May the 2nd.
Hello, Mr. Owner. What do you have in that bucket?
Oh, just some software, a couple of books, a slingshot, and this here big old can of beans.
What are you planning to do with that?
I'm going to hide it.
And so it was to be the first geocache ever hidden. Over the next 4 months, a few more of these were hidden, and a new idea was born. Four months later, the date is now September the 2nd. We have arrived in Seattle, Washington, and find a new company called Grounded Ape has published a website listing 75 geocaches out there to be found. Things are really starting to happen now. Six more months have gone by, and it is March the 24th, 2001. We just landed in Austin, Texas, where the first ever geocaching event, called a Geo Gathering, has taken place. The event was hosted by E.O. Gon and Pumpkin Princess, and aptly named Austin Geocachers Happy Hour. It was a wild and crazy event for all 6 people who attended. Two years have gone by. It's April the 5th, 2003, and we are still in Texas. More and more new geocachers are signing up every day. This time, we're in Mahale at Fort Parker State Park to check in on yet another first in the geocaching world, an event called the Texas Challenge. A well-known geocacher, 9Key, assembled geocachers from 3 regions of Texas, North, Central, and South, to challenge each other to a geocaching contest. 2003 sounds like a long time ago, but let's check our audience here today and see how many of you listening out there have been a geocacher since the year 2003. I would ask you to stand, but you're obviously pretty old, so just raise your hand. Same year, 2003. Now it's June 21st, and we have Kentucky for the very first Geo Woodstock. This one logged 155 attendees. It was a great idea, and instantly became the second oldest annual event in geocaching history, after the Texas Challenge. Speaking of Texas, let's go back there, for another first in the world of geocaching. Now the year is 2006, we are, once again, back in Texas on May 27th, at the 4th Annual Geo Woodstock. This will become the first ever mega event. That means they will have over 500 registered attendees. There was also another special first to take place in 2006, and it too was in Texas. On August 6th, FP Series number 1, George Washington, was hidden. They made me say that. Geocaching was becoming a little bit more of a mainstream sport now. Time rolls along and the world of geocaching keeps getting bigger and better. In January of 2008, the Where I Go platform was released. In December of 2009, favorite points were introduced. 2010 came along, and many geocachers are now using smartphones to go paperless caching. On March 8, 2010, geocaching celebrated the 1 millionth cache. Geocaching Intro, the first official app for smartphones, was introduced to the world in 2013. Also, so was the JFK 50 Geo Trail. The sport grew, technology grew, events became larger and larger, all around the world. By the year 2015, there were over 2.5 million caches seen worldwide. On May 26, 2018, the first giga event in the United States was Geo Woodstock in Cincinnati, with over 3,000 attendees. Today, there are more than 3 million active geocaches, hidden in 191 different countries, on all 7 continents. More than 600 million found in event-attended logs have been recorded since the game started in 2000. And now, just as we are doing here today, geocachers gather at more than 36,000 events each year to share stories and play the game. So now, whether you play this game for 1 year or 20 years, you know the joy of getting out and experiencing life and seeing new things. You know the joy of turning the corner and seeing beautiful fields of flowers that seem to touch the horizon, vistas of mountains that reach the sky, and rivers and lakes that have no end. You know the joy of discovering fun and interesting places that you never knew existed were it not for the lure of a geocache. Maybe you love hiking shady forest trails, achieving unbelievable heights, seeing new countryside, or just simply being outdoors. This game has it all for you to experience in your own way, any way that you choose. It's all out there, and we're loving it. Mark Twain said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bellines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. A ship in a harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. May your smileys be many, your frownies be few, and your logs be forever dry.
Stay safe, my friends.